Welcome to the special city council meeting for this evening. It should be short and sweet. We only have one topic. And I welcome all of you, especially the VIPs. I see some Kiwanians out there. Welcome to the meeting tonight. And also, the media. Sometimes I forget to mention it back there. We got Ken Nielsen from CCTV and Cal Zentmeyer from WAAZ. And we do have a new reporter of Crestview News Bulletin. Apparently, she's not here this evening, but be looking around for Caitlin Randall. She'll be joining us real soon. If you would, I'd like you, first of all, turn off any electronic devices you have so we don't have any distractions. We get distracted easily enough as it is. So if you would all stand and join me in Pledge of Allegiance, I appreciate it.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We don't have any open policy legislative session, so if I could have action on the council on the agenda.
Mr. President.
Before we do that, since this is a meeting, why don't we all sign in?
Right.
Okay, no worky.
Oh, there we go.
Just got to do it 2 or 3 times.
We just
Blocker,
need you
you're
to
not-
do it again, if you would, Councilman Blocker.
Yeah, they ain't showing.
There you go. Let me mention, Mayor's not here because I believe he's still in the hospital. He was diagnosed with severe flu pneumonia, and they admitted him to the medical center this afternoon. And the city clerk is not in the hospital, but, Oh, yesterday, my bad. My secretary has to keep me on track. And our city clerk is also down with the sickness. So, anyway, we will make it through without them this evening. So now if I could have action on the agenda, please.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Hayes.
motion to approve the agenda for special council meeting on January 22nd, 2018.
Mr. President, show me.
Yes. I have motion second. Any discussion on the agenda? If not, please go to voting. Okay, apparently this device has a flu, and it's jacking up on us here tonight. Okay, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? All right, we're going to move on with the agenda. And the first thing we have is a public hearing on ordinance 1632, traffic impact fees. And Ms. Teresa, if you would read to us, we'd appreciate it.
Teresa Gaylor, Assistant. Ordinance number 1632. An ordinance of the City of Crestview, Florida, providing for a waiver period for the collection of the traffic impact fee, providing for servability, providing for the repeal of all other ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing for an effective date. This is the second reading of ordinance 1632.
Okay, now would you explain it to us, please?
Just read the title. Gentlemen, this is a fee waiver as decided upon that will run through June 30th of 2018 for the collection of the impact fee as provided for when we discussed it in November. So if there's questions, I might be quicker if I answered questions. If there's
Gentlemen,
still
any questions, comments? Okay, could I have action then, please?
Mr. President.
Mr. President,
Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry, if we could ask Ms. Gaillard to briefly explain to the people present exactly what this impact fee is and about the waiver, briefly.
Okay, This, our current, traffic impact fees have been waived for, through several different ordinances. And before the effective date of December 31st, 2017, the board elected to continue that impact fee. So currently, the city has the ability to collect traffic impact fees from Ordinance 1419. And that's according to the technical memorandum of the methods of calculating traffic impact fees, which was created in January 2009. It was actually updated per our code by Adkins April of 2016. The memorandum, which is based on the Rational Nexus Standard and complies with the Florida impact fee, which, gentlemen, that is going under revisions this year. I got the first little tidbit of it just a few weeks ago. Includes impact fee data, construction cost indexing, right-of-way indexing, and adopted capital improvements, which is your CIP plan out of your comprehensive plan. And that presents a table of recommended fee amounts. And our table 8 in the 2009 were relatively reasonable. In the new edition that come out in 2016, it had tripled. So the board needed a little more time in order to consider some of our alternatives. During this waiver fee, alternative calculation methods of the traffic impact fee will be presented to the council for discussion. The current study is based on averages and typical conditions as shown in the memorandum, and it will be possible for the impact of an individual new development might differ from those typical fees, and we would like to have the opportunity for alternate method of calculating the fees and actually mitigating the situations where that the location of the improvements and the pavement of that could actually be accomplished by those fees instead of the property owner having to pay for fees for a dream road somewhere in the future and still have a problem with his trying to put his business in with turn lanes and connections and typical things that the city might really need in that location. This is very typical to the way Okaloosa County does it, mitigates it within the area of the impactment. So if you're going to impact Highway 85 or another road, it would be recommended that we provide the funding for that particular roadway instead of a road that we may get 20 years from now. So, now, does that satisfy your?
That's me. I just wanted the people present to understand it, what it is and why we're doing what we're doing.
Right. You're just getting a little time to evaluate these alternatives. I'm going to have them.
Thank you, Teresa. Any other questions, comments? Ask for action, please.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Cox.
I move to adopt ordinance 1632 on second reading and send to the mayor, council president, city clerk for signatures.
Second.
Okay, well, let me look at that. I have a motion and second to adopt ordinance 1632 on second reading and send to the mayor, council president, and city clerk for signatures. Any further discussion? If not, please vote. All right, we're not going to play with this anymore. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the vote carries 5-0. Thank you, Teresa. And at this time, I'll call anybody in the public that would like to comment on anything for the city council not involved in the workshop. If it's about RVs and campers, that'll be at the next meeting, which is the workshop. If you have any other input for the city council, at this time, you may approach the podium, identify yourself, and I'll give you 3 minutes. Anybody in the audience like to speak to us about anything? Okay? Anything else from you, gentlemen? All right. Meeting is adjourned, and we'll change our jackets and come back here in another minute and start the workshop.